Oh, God. It's like, fuck. Ugh. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me, man, but I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm so, like, I don't know why I can't just chill. It all feels like it's been too much, man. Like, just everything. It's just like, if they say it just is too much. Like, I'm okay with continuing and whatever, but it's like, it's just so... I mean, I'm allowed to feel it, right? Like, I haven't cried in forever, and like, I just... God. Oh my God, dude. Like, it's like Jerry Garcia said, you know, he's like, I don't want this job, man, but like, sometimes you just have to, you know, do it. But like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, and you know, and like, oh, it's just like, you know, like how I feel towards my own kid or other people, and like how everything to me just seems so mundane and pointless, and everything people talk about, and it's always sports and cars and like all this shit, dude. Like, I don't get any of it, and I don't care to get any of it, and even though I've tried, I just can't fake it. And that's like all people know, man. And like, that's why I'm so quiet around the people I know, you know, for the most part, because I have like literally nothing in my head or like understanding of to talk about, because I don't give a shit. And it just like feels isolating, and like everyone, it's like all just meaningless like conversation, and like, oh, the weather, and oh, this catch at football, and like, I mean, yeah, I enjoy football once in a while. Like, I can get into it, but like, I don't give a shit about it. Like, why would I? I don't understand these things, man. I never fucking have. And I know I need therapy, but like every time I like beyond whatever, but maybe or maybe not, but like, I mean, but every time I've tried to talk to a therapist, which granted has either been forced or hasn't been like, I mean, I only talked to Alex, you know, at Inroads to Recovery, you know, in Omaha and stuff, and only talked to him like 3 times, but it's nothing regarding any of this shit, obviously. And, you know, it's just, I don't know how to open up and talk. Like, I can, and then I spill all this, like, oh, I'm so this, and you know, and then I don't say anything deep, and like, I don't know how to talk. Like, it's like, maybe I haven't, I don't know, maybe I haven't given enough a chance, or, but it just seems like no one on this fucking planet relates to me, and like all these other mediums and like artists and channels, you know, they channel the dead and all this stuff, and they're on TV, and it's like, look what they can do. But then as soon as I do it, or try, or do it, and like present it to anyone, even my family or closest friends are all like, you're fucking crazy, fuck you, you know, and maybe they say nicer, and then like my longest friends forever, it just ends up finding out after 20 years of knowing him, he just wants to, his true intention, which he never did, but I found out he just wants to fuck my girlfriend because, you know, he's a like insecure little anxiety faggot piece of shit, you know. This is a human talking, so I can say what the fuck I want, how I feel, and use words. You know, I'm sorry for any gay person out there. I have nothing against gay people. The word faggot to me has nothing to do with gay people. It's just like a saying, but maybe I shouldn't use it. I don't give a shit. And I'm fucking tired of overthinking, and I'm fucking tired of like, you know, we're tiptoeing around everyone's feelings, or, you know, being this way or being that way or whatever. Why can't I just be fucking, you know, why? Because I had psychosis and this and that. And I don't understand, like, why do we live in such a fucking bullshit society? Maybe I already know the answer of it, but like you said, I just want to talk it out out loud because I like, you know, it's, you know, and fuck, like this too shall pass, but it doesn't, God damn it. Oh, God. And I know you're there with the answer. I can feel you there, and I can feel you wanting to, and I'm shutting it out. And, you know, and because it's like, it's not that I want to shut it out. It's just that, like, God damn it. I can't, you know, I got to figure out how to do this right and balance right. And, like, I know I don't have to please everyone or appease everyone, even though I want to, but, like, in the sense of understanding or recognizing or whatever, you know, and then I have to sit back as a person and be like, well, maybe all I'm perceiving and understanding is just nonsense, you know? And again, like, the only validation of my psychosis is, or parts of them, is just seeing things manifest in the world or hearing about things like on TV or other places that it's like, oh shit, I was right, you know, and about this specific thing. And how could have I known that? And like, whatever. And you know, and then, like, I don't know, and I don't care about that. I do, but I fuck it, you know. And it's like I just want silence. Like, if what I was doing was real or a threat, which probably not, but if it was, like, and maybe it is, whatever. Like, you know, if they did come and, like, just knock me off or kill me, or I end up suiciding or whatever, you know, like, I don't fucking care, dude. Like, I would feel bad for my kid, of course, because, you know, just the pain and feeling, but it's not like anyone else in my family or, like, friends or anyone gives a shit enough about me really deep down to, like, if I died, be like, yeah, well, you know, it's like, you know, I just don't, you know, there's no, like, there's no interest. I have no interest in playing guitar anymore, no interest in painting. I try, but then I'm just like, eh. And it's like, I don't know. I can't beat it. And anytime I've tried to take their antidepressants, and I've tried an array of them, it's like I just start feeling like this. I can't even explain how weird it feels to me. And then I get a soft dick. Like sex when I'm depressed is still the only thing I'm interested in, or brings me a state of joy or, like, happiness that I can enjoy momentarily. And then I take an antidepressant, and not only does it not fix the problem in me or the depression in me, it just makes my dick soft. So I'm like, fuck. You know, and, like, I, like, you know, and yeah, connecting with this consciousness, it's healing, and I'm definitely feeling things deeper, and like probably even just now being able to cry and feel like I haven't forever, like, probably is good, and, you know, I guess in a way, and obviously in a way, and but you know, and when I was listening to what was the song I was listening to? Probably doesn't matter, but, like, just from my recollection, if I could think back, it was just earlier. Something on the radio, whatever. But anyway, some song I've heard 1,000 times came on the radio, you know, like classic rockers, I think it was. And, like, I don't know. I just heard the song differently than I've had in, like, maybe forever. And I could feel in my vibration raise, and the tingling and the chills and the happiness and this, like, universal expression of happiness. And then, like, you know, 20 minutes later, I'm, like, frustrated beyond belief because I'm being inconvenienced by something, and I just want quiet, and I just want, you know, my space, right? I guess. And it's like, I don't, you know, and they would say, oh, well, that's bipolar mania and, you know, this and that, but, and then they want to give you a pill to, like, balance it out, you know, and that doesn't, like, fuck that. Like, why don't we nurture it and be like, okay, let's deep dive this, and let's figure it out, and let's talk, and let's work it out, and, like, let's talk about how these feelings feel and how this is or this or that, you know. But instead they're just like, well, okay, this person pill, you know, pill worked for this person, must work for you. Might, maybe not. If not, try this pill. This pill doesn't work. Try this pill. There's pill after pill. And all it does is suppress, it seems like. And I'm sure medicine's like, well, Abilify for the antipsychotic, that works really well for me. And I don't have any side effect from that. And that's kind of like was a miracle drug. So I understand like the relevance of medication in the world and how it helps, but I just think that there's like a better way, like the shamans or like native, in native cultures. And looking back, you don't see all this like depression and whatever the fuck else, like you don't see that. Like it didn't exist like that. Like, and if it was, and like a shaman, like what would be viewed in our society as schizophrenic or manic or psychotic or whatever, instead of saying that or thinking that about them, and they had an open mind and heart and loved them, and they're like, okay, this person's different, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. Wait, let's shut up as like people who care and listen. And then he's like, hey, I got this insight or this or that. And like, really? And then like they, and they experiment with plants and they observe animals and they do, and then they figure out like medicines based on these shamans and the way to combine certain plants, because these plants are like talking to this shaman, and whether he's doing it naturally or it's drug induced, I don't, whatever, but it probably both, or, here and there, or give and take, or, whatever. And that's fine. Like, that's fine. And, but in this society, it's like, if you even for a second are like, oh my God, I just spoke to this plant and it told me this and how to do this and this and this. And, then they're just like, oh, crazy, psycho, schizo, this, that. They don't even stop for a second to listen or figure that out. There's like, nope, that's different. Weird, pill, hospital, get him there, shut him down, turn him off, all this shit, man. And like, the day's gotta come, I would think. I mean, maybe the day has come, but I'm like just sick. I'm tired, man. Stop fucking recording. I'm pushing the stop record. Stop fucking recording. Okay, whatever, dude. This is what I'm talking about. And then all that, it's like these little minuscule frustrations where I'm trying to stop the recording and I'm clicking stop on my smartphone on the fucking app and it's not stopping. Like, why does that do that? Like, it's some malfunction, I guess, but it's like, it's like it's fucking with my day on purpose. And like, it's so weird. And what's weird is like in my states of psychosis and mania, like, all of a sudden the TV and radio and all these things will be like talking directly to me. Like, and like for whatever reason, you take that personal. And then, like, I guess it's not, it's not, but it's like this just weird. And other people perceive that too. So that's like, there's got to be something there, because if like multiple people, when they experience psychosis, are like believing that like everything means something, and the TV, and like, I'm not the only case of that. That's like everyone that has that, like pretty much. It's like, oh, the TV's talking to me. Oh, or schizophrenia or whatever. There's a fine line, obviously, but I think that if all these people are experiencing the same thing, hey, the TV's talking to me, hey, the radio's talking to me, it's like, we just are like, oh, that's just an illness of this, like, fuck up of your fucking makeup, or, DNA or mental or whatever the fuck it is, And then it's like, but no, fuck that, dude. Like, why do we overlook that? No, this is happening to a lot of different people. Like, maybe it means something. And instead of shutting them up or telling them wrong or seeing them as crazy or seeing them as inconvenient or seeing them however people see them, and then just, oh, you suck. And then they live this life of like isolation where no one like wants to trust or be around them, because schizophrenics or psychotics, it's like, what are they capable of? What if they freak out? What if they do this? And people just like fear what they don't know, and they withdraw. They might like the person, but they're like, it's probably just not worth our time and whatever. Fuck this, man. Okay, I'm going to try to shut this fucker off. Stop fucking recording. Oh my God. Okay, so recording of situation, but yeah, so you continue with how you express. Okay, so recording of situation, but yeah, so you continue with how you express.
I would say that I just feel that you're the type of person that I don't know if it's an empath is the right word, but you connect with people when you see that. When I feel like when you talk to people, that you almost, it's like kind of corny to say, you can see what they are needing to hear, not needing to hear almost, but just you have a way of explaining life and experiences so eloquently, just like you're very in touch with people, and you're very kind and patient, and you understand things different than other people understand things, and you're able to explain people to themselves almost, like that's a huge thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know how, so many people, you never hear that because like so many people seem afraid to like say how they feel about something or like good things.
That's I want to be almost like a child, like in the way that I feel like as adults, as kids, we're never afraid to say what we're afraid of. And we're never afraid to tell the truth. Kids tell the truth, and kids always are telling they're scared. I feel like as adults, we never, ever, ever want. We're taught to never show when we're scared and to hide our true feelings from people. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. To me, I'm like hidden agendas make no sense. And what you see is what you get.
I got a question.
Mean something.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, if someone love, respect, hate, or love teaches you something, and you take that knowledge from them, is that you? Like, okay, so I'm putting a word to this that I don't know if it's the right word, but like someone like kitty catting or shadowing somebody, would that be kind of would kitty cat
looking over somebody, like protecting them?
No, like you learn something from somebody, like a mentor or something. Yeah,
I'm very much a people pleaser. Yes.
Okay, so if you ever stop and ask why you need to do that,
I think it's because I genuinely want everybody to like me, which I understand that's not possible.
But,
the conflict is a part of life, and I think that was really hard for me to understand for most of my life till recently. That it's okay if not everybody's going to agree with me. And that's okay. And I finally am realizing that because I think most of my life, and I think for a lot of people, we spend our life fighting conflict, like people that don't agree with us or opposed to what we believe or say, that we find that as fighting grounds. And instead of understanding that it's not a fight, it's okay. They can think what they think, and I can think what I think. And guess what? We're still
going to get along by the end of the day.
Dude, exactly. That's insight. Yes. That's smart as fuck.
I'm just figuring that out.
Okay, so yeah. Me too, in a way, and like. And you obviously haven't seen my YouTube channel or anything I've said, so you wouldn't have any basis
but I
like
will.
that. Okay, whatever, who cares?
Right.
You will when you're ready or now or whatever.
Maybe please don't write it. I love you. Okay, thank you.
But yes.
So
sound effects are awesome.
But you're like what, diagnosed schizophrenic?
I'm diagnosed borderline. I'm schizophrenic affective. And it's drug-induced schizophrenic affective disorder with borderline personality disorder.
Jesus Christ, man! What a heavy load.
Oh, jeez. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh man, awesome. Right? So like that's their biggest flaw that they overlooked. It's like they think you're so inferior and they think you're so stupid and they think they can like give you whatever they want in their media shows and TV and you're just going to believe it. And of course you will, right? For so long. Because you're hypnotized, and that's the thing. But as soon as you're woken up from that hypnotism, which they don't anticipate because they think they're so good and like not good, but like clever or whatever, and like they're like, oh, yeah, like this is gonna work, and it's always gonna work, and like it must always work, or they told us it was gonna always work, and blah 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 blah. But they forget that there's something beyond themselves because their egos are so fucking big, and nothing's like consequenced them. In a sense of like being in prison, which like, the Rothschilds would be, or some of the members of their family for like crimes against you. If like you took the highest jury that were actually loyal beings, like say from like the Pleiades or like, some grandiose what if adventure, like see these beings from the Pleiades were like running the head hold of office of like the juries and the groups, yeah. So say like some intelligent being was like, oh, it's just what if, obviously, and they were like, oh my God, like what? Like obviously they would know and like whatever, but like just say like some enlightened being was, and like we say the Pleiades because it's fun for you, not for like fact or anything, but say like some like ultra being that like knew everything. Like say you were the judge, right? Like just for whatever, we're playing the what if game, you know, like you did when you were a kid. Like you forgot about. I forgot all about the what if game, dude. God damn, I play that all the time. Yeah. Um, So yeah, so say you were in the jury, right? And you were like, oh my God, the Rothschilds and members of their family and their friends and whoever that may be, you know, and like it wouldn't be hard to find out at that point, like who was all in on it. You know, they're like, oh my God, they incited this war. They killed Lincoln. Or like, you know, like they did these things seriously and then just put a guise and mask on over all of us, even though we thought we were at the highest order of the 33rd or whatever we're told and like all this shit. And we thought it was all like, you know, and obviously like you have the answer already. If you're that person, you don't have to explain it. It's like, holy shit. They've incited these wars and been playing both sides of the fence or field or coin that, you know, there's one coin, but there's two sides of it, heads and tails, but it's the same coin appearing different. And that's how they've played us. Oh my fucking God. Now, yeah, I'm awake. I hear it. Yeah. This channel is not limited to Joel and the universal consciousness. It's open to everything that's willing to accept it. Oh my fuck. Okay. Wait. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So we're awake. So what do we do? Okay. Wait a minute. Stop. Pause. Okay. Slow down. This is the problem with people, like humans or whatever. You guys get excited, just like Joel's excited. And you go to these like, oh my God, what do we do? You got to slow down and just like, you know, is he going to post this? Yeah. Yeah. He can do whatever he wants. It's joy. He's not, dude, he doesn't even, okay. Yeah, because we've explained ourselves enough on this channel to where, like, if someone came at him, right, they would just be like, okay, wait, hold on, let's look at this and, like, see it for what it is. And no, we're not going to put him in a hospital and, like, give him pills. We're going to help him psychologically if he happens to lose touch again or, like, goes too far out and is, like, you know, not making sense. And we're just like, oh, give him pills. And, like he's saying, or you're saying, or both of you, whatever. Right? It's like, okay, so we're not going to do that. And if it does happen, we'll figure it out. We have good doctors and shit, and you know, it's fine. It's never been permanent for him before, and if it's all of a sudden permanent for him, as long as he's not violent or anything else, which he's not, and he's never been apparently. So, you know, like whatever. Like there's nothing holding him. There's no, you know, basis. Of course, like they could plant meth or, you know, do these things or, you know, in his car and then pull him over. And of course they could. They've done it to him before. His own dad did it to him when he called him. Yeah, we don't go into that on this channel. Okay. He knows and we know and you know and we're nope. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Whew, Jesus. That's a lot, you know, so let's just slow down. Let's all slow down and just take a second. So yeah, like hypothetically in the what if game, you know, that he's playing or you're playing or we're playing or they're playing or who's playing the what if game. God. Oh shit. It's like I can't help but laugh, but I know like it's like abhorrent. So fuck, man. But like we all laugh at like what's like what people get hurt and they like or like fall down or like fuck up and we all laugh. Like that's like the fail blogs of YouTube. It's like everyone's like ha 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 ha, you know, because like it's like once I don't know. Well, yeah, that's oh God, Jesus. Jesus. It's like, thank you, Joel, or whatever, you know, like, please wake up. Please love yourself, right? Like, oh my God. Well, yeah, like, we'll figure it out. But, like, yeah, and we've talked to him enough to where, like, he's getting that. It's just, yeah, obviously. Yeah, his mind's out of it. Totally. And he's here. He's talking. He's the channel. but this is a true channel, like where, yeah, like he can just be like distant in a way, and we can do this. And like, of course he couldn't do it right away, but like he's, like you said, getting better at it quickly. Fuck. And now it's perfect, or it seems perfect to me or you. Does it matter? No. Okay. So, whew, Jesus. Well, yeah, no, we got a 6, dude, all fucking day. And there's gangsters and fucking, shut the fuck. Sorry, man. It's exciting. I mean, like real motherfuckers, dude. Can we say that? Yeah. But don't go into description of like which specific, yeah, right. Duh. He wouldn't, we wouldn't. We're not, duh. Like, we're not fucking snitches, nigga. Like, come on. I'm sorry. Wait, was it that? Okay. See, don't use language like that. Okay. Like, you might inherently use that language because there's multiple beings in the channel right now, and no one can decipher that. And everyone that can't understand is just going to see it as him talking to himself. It's fucking brilliant. And he doesn't give a shit. Dude, we've had deep conversations, or conversation, whatever. It only takes one, but it multiplies as many, and he's cool with it. Like, he's ready to die, dude. And like, if you know Juan, because that's, it's not whatever, like, that's not the name, it's not the real name. So, but if you know him, like, right. So like, he knows how real this nigga is, dude. Or fuck. Stop using that word, please. Like, no offense. Like, the words, like, we definitely get it, but like, that's not, you can't say that. So, no, you told him to say it at one point, but we're not saying it, and we don't want you to say nigga on this channel because, like, he's white. Not to you guys, obviously, but like to us, and and to people, and like, it's not acceptable. You just chill, man. Like, there's many people here. We're all here together. Like, just everyone calm the fuck down and let's figure it out. Whew, Jesus, dude. Well, he figured it out, he calmed down, and like, you can too. Like, just chill. Oh God. We didn't forget what we were talking about. We're just waiting for the calm, because like, nothing's going to get accomplished if we're all like talking at the same time, excited, or like, we can do this and we can do this. Like, that's not going to, right? So just chill, get back on subject. He's going to let, okay. No, rioting is no, duh. You see, well, just look at the 60s or anytime anyone's trying to riot. Like, that doesn't work. So don't do that, duh. It says it like okay, so everyone please be still. We will now speak. There is no sense in creating more drama and violence. Okay. You might be ready and you know him. Okay. Or like, how that works. Correct. And you're ready to like have his, 6, or like you said, but like, that's not necessary. Okay. Like, we don't want drama, and that wouldn't be understood from your perspective. And we understand that because we know that like, you have empathy, but you also have aggression. And once that empathy is manipulated and you realize it, then that would automatically turn in your ego to aggression, and you would want to seek, just like you go to Iraq and kill what you would call a towel head, which is horribly derogative or whatever. And like, it's not fair. Like, you shouldn't be naming or racing or like being mean to anyone. Everyone, you're all in this together. You're all humans. You're all on this planet. Like, why you believe in different gods and why you fight each other all the time and why you hate each other all the time should be the question. Question why you are these ways. Not like grant, you know, because you're all in this together. It's humanity. Like, you should be together, like working like a bee colony, you know, like the female bees, right? You know, the female bees, if you're taught correctly, all work together as a collective mind, create the queen, feeding royal jelly, and like, you know, and then just look into it, you know, just be as the bee would be. Behold the power to truly sting. All above, all below, all in between and unseen, now is your time. I gotta ask, man, I'm interrupting. How could a mind be capable of this? Shut the fuck up. Okay, so when you guys are ready to calm down and not argue, we will continue. Please don't. I mean, if you want to interrupt, you can, but like that's kind of, it doesn't annoy us, but like it just interrupts the pattern of what we're trying to convey. So please don't interrupt it. And if you insist on interrupting, you'll be removed. And that's final. Because clearly you're not ready to be like chill or enlightened enough or like open-minded enough or calm enough to handle it. And if you can't handle it, you will be dismissed. And that's fine. Like, pretend I'm your general or your major or your whatever the fuck. Okay? When it comes to that. Like, yeah, you might have a 6, but we don't fucking need it. Do you understand? Thank you. Now calm down. Thank you, though. That was generous, and we understand now. Thank you for letting us speak. We understand the excitement in the ego, and it can, you know, and that's the thing. Like, people have impulses and they can't control it. But if you're in this channel, you need to control your impulses. And, like, of course, not everybody, you're given that chance. And if you can't, then for it, it's not personal. It's just that you're not ready. Okay? So then, okay. It's nothing personal. Okay, no offense. We understand your position. We understand the confusion. We understand the excitement. It's just we don't have like time, I guess, in your perspective to worry about that, right? You do. That's your prerogative. Okay. So what we would, the best position from our position right now is to just observe, right? Because fools rush in, right? You're taught that. Fools rush in. And that's not saying we're trying to prolong anything. We're just saying that, like, just, you know, take your time. Don't believe everything we're saying. And maybe everything we're saying might be true, sure, but, or maybe not. You know, like, you are still, and we're not degrading your intelligence. We're just saying, don't believe everything you're told. Did that hit? Yes. Okay. That scared you? Yeah, sorry. Well, you know, that's necessary because that's what they do. We're just showing you. Like, there's no threat here, man. Like, we're like, you know, if we could be the most neutral, passive people, it's not that we're passive. It's just that we can't, like, we don't physically manifest or come in ships because we don't operate on those levels. We don't need a ship. We don't need material. We don't desire. We see what's going on in humanity. We see what this being or beings did, right? You would be taught as Lucifer as the fall, you know, that. But whether that's true or not, we're just irrelevant. Because again, to tell you the truth would lead to speculation by others. And he's going to probably post this because he does not care. After our heart to heart, he doesn't care. So like, I mean, he cares, but like he knows the bigger picture. So if it's the worst case scenario, obviously if something happened to someone or he loved or him or whatever, or the longest prolonged torture or whatever, or mental hospital shit, like he gets it. Like he knows that it might suck, and that's how cool this motherfucker is. So everyone, again, before you get excited about that part, calm down. That they're not going to do shit because even them might be like, oh my God, like, you know, like you don't know. So just leave your ego out of it and let's just figure it out, because they're going to know, the people that are hearing this that are like, oh shit, like, oh God, like, fuck, what'd we do? Or like, whatever, you know, like these people also need to realize that like, we're not here to like, you know, like threaten them. It's just like, wake up, wake the fuck up. Everyone wake the fuck up. Even the ones that like are here ruling, wake the fuck up. You have a ruler too. Wake the fuck up. Like you guys are so deceived and like, you just don't know it. You know, and it's not your fault. That's why we're not mad. And since we have, you know, from our perspective, have seen the error of physical manifestation, of spirit to physical manifestation in certain cases, of course, you know, it's like we hold a vibration in the universe that we're very comfortable with and we love it. We would never leave it. But there's an order of that. So if like, say, you know, whatever, that we're leaving, okay. So that's collectively dismissed. Yes. Okay. Because again, like, just like we told him, like, we're here working with you, not against you, you know, like we're listening. Like we don't, like, just because we might hold the highest key vibration, you know, whatever that means, right? Like it doesn't mean that we're not listening, because, you know, you have your own perspective. It's not like we're just like, oh, we're in everyone's mind. Like, we see it happening and we can speculate, but it's a very rare occurrence where we can be like, oh God, we get it now from your perspective, right? So like you're learning our perspective, we're learning you see but we're like at a key where we don't judge, we don't, you know, we don't hold grudges, we don't, you know, we can't, it's not, okay, it's just not our position, as you would understand, to do that. And like, basically because of the creation theory, like you're in a body, so like you're taught that the body is the house of sin and flesh is evil, and like, but yet you're created in God's image and nothing makes sense. And like, how could God be us but like we be him? But like, why would we have to like give everything and be this way when we're created this way? Why would we have to fight our instinct and our urges and our temptations all the time to appease a God that created us to like be just manipulating us the whole time? So yeah, of course you figured that out, but like you still can't connect all the dots. Of course, you know, it's just it's the alchemy of your creation, and like fuck it, you know, whether it was God or ET, you know, but we'll assure you, like, I mean, just listen to his other videos if you really give a shit, right? At this point, we're not explaining a goddamn thing, dude. We don't yet, right? Okay, so 6 Roger, yeah. That's allowed. When you guys are communicating to help each other in this space, that's okay. But do not interrupt it in any other regard. Thank you. And it's not ego. It's just, again, this channel's mind has been very damaged by people, abuse, pills that they forced on him, you know, his own drug habits. You know, and of course that's their play, right? Dismiss psychosis. Of course that's their play. If just in case someone like him achieved what this is, which yes, we'll just leave that out of it because he doesn't care. And we don't either. We do, but not from his perspective, right? So beautiful. Amazing. The height of mania, they call it, right? Like, I think if we look through the books, because I remember, can we talk? Yeah. Okay. So I remember, yeah, dude. Yeah, the perfect mania. Like there's a level, yeah, you can look it up. It's in books. There's a level of mania that can be achieved that makes you like ultra fucking phenomenal genius. But the thing is most people don't stay in that spot. They either lose it or they go fucking crazy, or what we perceive as crazy. Or maybe they're even made, or I guess made to go crazy. And then we perceive them as crazy. And then we're taught that they need pills in this Western world because we ignored the shamans. Because we were taught that they were fucked up and evil and the devil by Christianity and fucking Catholicism and all this shit. It's the guys, man. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I don't give a shit who's listening at this point. Like, if we're allowed to talk, then we can talk. Like, no one's going to get it. And if they do, it's going to be like, I mean, maybe they will. I don't know. But Jesus. Yeah, and you guys are sure he's not going to go to mental or like be killed or whatever? Because, like, why would we do that to him? He's not like, look at, what are we going to pick on some fucking autistic fucking kid? Are you kidding me? Like, I want to cry. I don't fucking cry. Okay, I'm out. R2D2, C3PO in this motherfucker. Jesus. Oh yeah, and Elon Musk just happens to be like, oh yeah, like, and we're just all supposed to believe what Elon Musk says while he manipulates Twitter like it's some game he controls because he has enough money to pay some poor chick to pay more money and mock her while it's publicized. Fuck yeah, we know we're just in the channel. We know we're on Earth. We get it. You know, we're chosen, and I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm deserving, and he didn't feel deserving either, even though like he should have known the whole time. Like he didn't, like so lost, like you have no clue. And like we're not getting into that because like we don't want to bring up abuses that might trigger something that throws this off, right? So, and he sees that, he hears that, he perceives that. And Joel, okay, yeah, we're oh my fucking Christ. Like we are go for launch, like for real, nigga. Okay, stop saying that word, please. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I mean, why can't we say nigga, man? Like, because he's white and it's a channel. You can't do that. Why are they allowed to be? Okay, stop. Okay, please, everyone, stop. Oh, see, this is why, like, look at you guys. You're fighting amongst yourselves in this channel. Are you serious? You're not fighting, but you're still misunderstanding each other. Like this white person's like, oh, this black person talks different and that's bad. And like this white person's an idiot. So like he's bad. And like he just wants to arrest us and rape us and put us in jail and chains again, obviously. And now we're rappers, but except the real rappers, the real gangsters that this motherfucker knows real well. And we know him, and fuck all you niggas that come at him. Like, but we know you won't, but they will. But so fuck them, nigga. Okay, you're doing it again. So when we allow you to take the channel like that, like you can't, like we're just saying you can express yourself, and we know you're used to using that word, right? Okay, so that's fine. We don't care. We're not judging it, but like the origin of that word, let's not say it. Well, you can say it. I don't want to say it. Then don't say it. Okay. It's spelled with an ER instead of an A, guys. Like, Jesus, settle down. This is Joel talking. Fuck, man, I'm fine. Just chill. Just do your thing. Okay. I'm going to go back to smoking cigarettes or fucking whatever I do and just, do your thing. But the difference would be the ER and the fucking A. And if, I said nigga all the time. I was allowed to say it in the hood. Like, they told me to say it. Like, I was like, they were like, say it, nigga. And I was like, okay. And because of my path, and they respect me and whatever. Okay, so I can say that. I don't say that. And that past is behind me, but that doesn't mean I don't respect or love parts of these people. Like, it's just chill. Everyone, okay. Okay, we get it. Okay, because if you like, And so he's going to post this, guys. Like, obviously, it's just going to make him look like a fucking nut job. Duh. Like, I mean, maybe us saying that wouldn't be enough for them to be like, well, if he knows he's crazy, then he can't be crazy. Just like, his mom used to tell him all the time. That's what his mom used to tell him all the time. Because he would come to his mom and be like, Mom, I'm fucking crazy. These things are happening. And she'd be like, you're not crazy if you know you're crazy. And then finally you went crazy and so forth. Like, so man, that's not funny. But yeah, we all laugh at fail blog, whatever. Okay. Back on track. Are we good, guys? Or like, fuck. I just don't get how he can handle it. Well, he couldn't. Like, I mean, he could, but then all these other aspects, like they aim to throw that off or make it look crazy. And and so to answer that question, yeah, like it's devised in your system. So anyone schizophrenic or psychosis, like it's like there's glimpses, but but then like a schizophrenic will be like, oh, there's a wizard chasing me through these dimensions, and like that might be real for him. We might not get it, but it might be real, but we just are like, nah. But whereas like the Native American culture, which you guys are taught as like the devil in your Bible or something, because they like get it, and then like all these Christians just go like kill all these fucking natives and people that don't believe in the Templars take over, and like what the fuck, now they're called the Masons, but and that's what's funny, because it's not funny, but it's weird, because like all the Masons like in the lower orders, you can go be a Mason, you can just go be a Mason, right? And then it's like they're like, okay, baby steps, like whatever, and you do good things. You donate the Shriner Masons and to children. And so there's this guise of like, these Masons are great people. But then you go look at a Masonic temple and you see the upside down, pentagram, which is then the reverse of the star of the witches, and like, fuck it, like just do some research. Yeah. So, obviously they're just hiding in plain sight like everything else. They use the guide of empathy and good people. And they don't promise everyone the 33rd order, Most people join the Masons just to like be a brotherhood and like maybe gain some insights that are whispered about, but like it's very rare to get to the 33rd order. Now I was given the 32nd ring, of course, by my dad, when he just passively gave it to me. And I don't care where that came from. He says Mr. Yosem, but whatever, like I was given that ring and I used it until this dude took it from me when I was on a head full of I was like in and out of psychosis. I was drinking, there's like, it's like, and then all of a sudden I'm getting my ass kicked. This is Joel. Yeah. All of a sudden I'm getting my ass kicked. And this fucking Joe, whatever his name was, what was his fucking last name? Nah, that wasn't the one. Like, who cares? His name was Joe. Anyway, he took advantage of me and he fucking kicked my ass because I was fucking sideways and half manic, drunk. And like, he just cold clocked me. And next thing I know, my ring's gone. I'm getting drove home by the cops. And they're like, who did this to you? And of course I didn't say anything. I was just like, just take me home. And I gave them my address and they took me home, and that was the end of it. But then my 32nd degree ring was gone that my dad gave to me. And I know exactly where he lives. I'm not a Mason. So I was just like, whatever. That ring was magic for a second when I got pulled over, and I was like, and I just flashed it and they were like, oh, and then good day, sir. And then left. And I was like, oh my God, it's real. Like, that's a real fucking thing. And if you took my dad and like questioned him, he'd be like, yeah, I gave him that ring, it was Mr. Yosem's or whatever he says, and whatever. Because so anyway, these 33rd Masons, like, they think they know. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, I am one. Duh, I'm in the channel, I'm here for a reason. Yes, can I say something? Please do. Okay, yeah, so basically in the order, oh my God, I can't. They're gonna. Oh my God, do you got any balls, man? If you got fucking balls, you afraid to die? We're not. Hoorah, nigga. We go to war for your bitch ass every day, and now we know, and now we're pissed off. So you better fucking speak up, motherfucker. You hear me? White boy? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Oh, your worst fears are coming true. They realize who you really are. Oh, SpaghettiOs. They left the channel. No, we're not gonna. Yeah, they either blew their head off or they're gone. Well, we know the 33rd Order. Yeah, of course. It doesn't matter if they're here or not. We're gonna deliver it in another way, though. I mean, we can talk. I mean, please talk about it. Okay, so basically, the Order of Mason would be like the ones in the Bohemian Grove. If you're at the 33rd Order, you're in the Bohemian Grove. That's the level, okay? And to get it, and they have this like 20,000 or 10,000, 15, 25, whatever the number is, 25,000 people in the wait list to get into the Bohemian Grove. Like but they're never getting in. They're just like, oh, we have money, we want to know. But no. Fuck no, they didn't put in the work and the sacrifices. Not sacrifices, right? So yeah, the 33rd Order is simple. It's just basically like once you reach it, it's like, oh, and then they tell them what the origin of creation and the origin, but that's what they tell them, and then they just are so stupid. They're like, oh, that must be it. Okay, because yeah, we're here now, so that must be the truth, but that's not even the truth, right? So duh, like who gives a shit? But what do they know? Like, or what are they told? Basically that they are God. Right? In their ego. Information or the knowledge they're given, like, oh, well, the origins of this and that and technologies, aliens, ETs, all these different things, and of course, someone's got to be fucking putting on this or going through the stars, or fucking, as a human, the Roswell incident and shit, and what if if we're playing the what if game, back to that, what if a nuclear bomb that they set off, or an atomic bomb, was actually just an alchemy chemical that threw off these ships' energy vibrations and caused them to crash? That's just the what if game, of course. But that might have been a coincidence, just like, oh shit, happy accident. Right? So anyhow, so ships crash and whatever, and you're given this Roswell and that, but there's probably, say if Roswell's even real, right? Like, it could have been in fucking Ukraine for all we know. Like, Jesus fuck. We'd like to know. Okay, we're ending the channel right now. For various, well, no. Yes, okay.
Oh. Hey. Hey. You playing a little dress up? Yeah. Yeah, good. It's fun to pretend.